I'll effing fight you now forever. I effing need you now tonight. I'll effing fight you more than ever. Welcome back to the stream. I am feeling good. I'm feeling determined. I'm feeling blessed. I'm feeling blessed to be back with you. Once again, we're on that path. We are marching towards the top 100. We've endured setbacks. We looked those setbacks in the eyes and said, that's all you got? And we kept marching forward. We never gave up. I thought the stream that I had where I first hit the top 100 was the best stream that I'd put on. It was the most fun, I thought, until yesterday's stream. Had a bunch of, when I say a bunch, maybe 6 people at most in here that were just talking realness. We were sharing knowledge with each other, sharing each other's experiences, getting to know each other, explaining, talking marriage, walks of life, all that other stuff. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the most fun I've had on this stream, was learning about the team. The team becoming, not that they weren't real, but just better known. You know, they become more, quote unquote, like they become real people in the sense that you understand them. There's some context to the individuals that I see in the stream. And I love that. I already have love for you, but now I love you just that much more. We've already sent the tweets out. We already have alerted the world. I think I lost a follower because of my tweets. I'm going to I tweeted a little too rapid fire, I think, for his liking, so I'm going to calm down on that. We're back, folks. One title defense. I'm getting the bat signal out here. I want everybody to know that we are live. When they see that familiar logo, they know. What's up, We're Naked MMA? Thank you so much for showing up, my man. I appreciate you retweeting my alert tweet. Thank you so much. In all honesty, I almost didn't make the stream today. Almost wasn't able to make it, but we're here. We are live. And we are extremely happy to have our team, the first member of our team in the building. We have Rear Naked MMA. I am all good. Thank you for asking, Rear Naked. How are you doing, my man? I hope you're doing well. We are going to, with just my friend in tow, and we have somebody else that just joined. Thank you for joining. We appreciate you being along for the ride. We're going to get things started right now. We have one title defense. We're looking to multiply that. We'll get a couple fights in, several fights in, have some fun, and have some talks. Let's get it going. Yeah, man. The world of MMA is there's always something happening, always something to point at, always something to talk about, and it looks like this week it's going to be all about Derrick Lewis, Curtis Blades. As I've said before, I'm always excited for the week's fight, and I'm going to be honest with you. And since I'm talking to Rear Naked MMA, I'm not that excited for the rest of the card. I'm excited for the Alexei Oleinik fight, which is, I think, not even co-main event. And I know nobody outside of an MMA nerd, would be excited for an Alexei Oleinik fight. But I'm excited for that, and I'm excited for the Curtis Blaydes fight. I feel like we are waiting. Oh, Andrei Arlovski's headlining the prelims, so I'm excited to see his return. I want to see him continue to win. That's an old school heavyweight that's still able to hold, still hang with the young guys, still bang them out, which is crazy if we think Andrei Arlovski is the same guy from the Fedor highlight. When Fedor was losing that fight, got hit with the left hook midair, got knocked out. That's the same guy that's fighting right now. Andrei Arlovski is the same guy that fought for Affliction. Was supposed to fight, I think it was Josh Barnett in Affliction. Uh-oh. We got a heavy hitter here. Crooks, 209. You saw his points. He's a beast. He's definitely top 100. I've seen him. I've seen his name in the top 100. I don't know how far up he is. But we're having a top 100 fights here. A top 100 fight here, folks. Maybe a top 10 fight. Maybe a top 20 fight. I don't know. This guy's very highly ranked. Maybe a top 50. I don't know. Oh my goodness. This is not the way I wanted to start the stream. There you go. And you can see that I don't have my stamina health bars up because I was recording the Derrick Lewis versus Curtis Blaydes AI versus AI that we just posted. Awesome fight. This guy is just reading everything. I'm just trying to let him kind of burn himself out. Let him wear himself out, make him think. One thing that changed the game for me, I think the biggest thing was feinting. Canceling the strike, starting the animation by hitting whatever strike you want, a kick, a punch, right or left, whatever you want it to be, and then hitting the right trigger immediately after. Forcing a reaction from your opponent was huge. Especially from guys that seem to have your timing down really well, or seem to be able to predict everything you're doing. Just try it out. Throw a feint, and then strike. Even if they block, it doesn't work for everybody, as you can see. There's the high-level guys, they're used to feinters, they expect it when they're fighting other high-level people. But try it out. It works on most people. It gets people to reconsider, and it makes it difficult for them to read your pattern. And when you're actually committing to a strike when you're not. Rear Naked asks, is there a player you especially dislike playing against on this game? Like, I hated playing against Vanderlei Silva anytime I played online. That's a really good question. That's an excellent question. I don't have a guy I hate to see, which is kind of strange, because I had the same thing in UFC 3. I hated I actually think Vanderlei was one of those guys in UFC 3 I hated seeing because it was just a hook fest. You were going to get pressured and just someone was going to just wail hooks at you, and it was just unrealistic. It felt there was the defensive controls were too cumbersome to respond quickly enough to address a lot of those high-level pressure fighters with Vanderlei Silva. In this game, I don't have that same feeling. If I had to choose one, maybe it's Valentina Shevchenko at strawweight, because there's very few options. Paulo Costa, Rear Naked says, Paulo Costa as well on UFC 3 killed me. My main was Bisping, and the two of them just walked me down. Yeah, so your main was Bisping, and Paulo Costa was difficult to deal with. I really didn't mind that much fighting against him because I felt that his stamina it was easy to get people to overcommit, drain stamina, and kind of get the best of him. But I did struggle with Michael Bisping because the volume of strikes that Bisping could throw at middleweight, I felt like he just seemed like he was almost like a lightweight. He just has such high cardio, and his striking was just overwhelming at times. Bisping was 100%. I would say he was just as bad as Vanderlei for me in terms of having a shock, or not a shock, or just a dislike for seeing him across the cage. But to answer your question, no, I really don't. Outside of Valentina, what's up, Coach Donato in the building? I so appreciate you being here. Thanks for joining us, Coach Donato. We have at Rear Naked MMA on Twitter also in the building. Thank you so much for being here. We were just talking about if there are any fighters in this game that we hate to go up against. And I was just saying, in this game, no. But in UFC 3, there were several. And, John Jones might even have made that list in UFC 3. Because I think in the beginning he was relatively, not that dangerous. And then after the final updates, people started using him, and he was just very difficult to deal with. But yeah, Bisping, Vanderlei. That's why I went. You said that's true. That's why I went Bisping, especially over 5 rounds. It was a taunt machine. Yeah, his kicks were awesome, man. Bisping is like a secret, a secret weapon in that game. He really is. They gave him a lot of respect. And they didn't give him a lot of respect in UFC 2. I think his title shot that he got, his title reign, quote unquote, actually made a big difference. They gave him the championship treatment in UFC 3, that's for sure. This is not the most exciting fight. But this guy is so highly ranked, I just want to be careful. He blocks all transitions. It's not even a question if he's blocking it or not. He knows when to transition, when he's got that perfect grapple advantage. Let me grab my phone real quick. Oh, gosh. We got our Discord server set up. I don't have the link to it right here, right now, but we are definitely getting our Discord server set up. Rear Naked, I see, tweeted out. Thank you, Rear Naked, for tweeting. And letting the world know that the team is active and online.
Ready? Ready? Now fight, let's go!
Wow. Did you see the way he knew that I was throwing a leg kick? It was amazing. It was the only thing he blocked. There was a certainty that I was throwing a leg kick. Oh, Rear Naked. Yeah, and your help is appreciated, man. I honestly, like I said, I have fun. Coach Donato, you're in here. I have fun with that. I don't need a lot of people, but I do definitely, it's fun. Like yesterday, I had a lot of fun learning about everybody. I said that in the opening to the stream. Yesterday was, and I said to my wife, the most fun stream I've had, at least just because I'm interested in people. I love hearing stories about people. Coach Donato meeting his wife of 5 years online. Coaching, I already learned that he was a coach. Rear Naked. How young you are. Got that youth. Got plenty of hearts you're about to break in your life, I'm sure. Whoa, that's cool. Coach Donato says, I want to thank you, Coach, for getting me interested in MMA. Wow, that's cool. I appreciate it. Yeah, MMA is a great sport. It's not just Yeah, I thought the combos were awesome too, Rear Naked. I really liked that. That was my most fun I've had. Even more fun, like I said, it was more fun talking to everybody than it was getting in the top 100 on the stream or any win I've had. I'd rather have that type of fun, hearing everybody's story and stuff like that. But yeah, Coach Donato, I'm glad to hear that, man. The sport is actually amazing. The stuff that kind of gets the popular attention, I feel like it doesn't represent what this sport actually is. Like Conor McGregor doing nonsense and, you know, the more WWE type of stuff that kind of makes the news. It's not what the sport's about. The stories that you hear of how hard these guys are working, how much is on the line, how reliant their teams are, dependent the teams are on these guys doing well. It's just it's just one of those things. So I'm glad that you're on board and paying attention to the sport now. Hopefully you keep it up. Wow, I cannot believe I'm getting takedowns on this guy with the way his ground game is. Oh, I forgot to mention, I got my fight announced, and yeah, that's a great question, MMA, Rear Naked MMA. He asked, how long has Coach Donato been interested in MMA? And Coach Donato, what did you think prior to this stream? Like, what was your MMA journey here? Because I've been watching it since I was a kid. Since there used to be stores. Oh, you know, Donato, you know what Blockbuster is. I used to rent videos from Blockbuster. It was the only way I could see it. Because my parents for darn sure weren't buying a pay-per-view of grown men fighting. And I'm pretty sure they wouldn't have let me rent the video if they had known what was on it. Coach Donato's first UFC experience was a bootleg pay-per-view with Hoist Gracie. That is old school. Yeah, man, I'm right with you. I absolutely was there with. It wasn't bootleg; it was the official rental. But yeah, people don't acknowledge though. And so actually I understand if you're coming from that era of MMA, it's not the same sport. It's essentially two different sports. There's no rules or, you know. And also people like look back at the glory days and say, "Man, I love the UFC when there were no rules." A lot of those fights were just awful. I mean, you would end up with two guys on the ground not being able to advance position because they're, you know. Coach Donato says he grew up with no cable. Yeah, no. I had cable, but I just didn't have access to pay-per-views. I know some people had like a crack. Back in the day, man, Rear Naked, you're going to be like, you guys are old. But back in the day, you used to be able to like slide the cable guy a few bucks, and he would open your cable box so that you can get all sorts of crazy channels for free. HBO, all sorts of stuff. If you had a cool cable guy, they could give you the hookup. And to go extra old on you, there's even a comedy with Jim Carrey about a cable guy who kind of hooks people up. It's whatever. It's based on cable guys, and they kind of touch on the hookup. I think I just went too deep with that. If I can pull this off, Coach Donato knows what I speak. Let me not get too excited. I just think if we pull this off, this is a significant leap back to where we were. It looks like we have a third person that just joined us. Thank you so much. Number 3. Making our life special. You guys are really old. The Rear Naked says, that's cool though. I experienced Blockbuster and VCR. Oh wow, that's interesting. I'm kind of shocked that you would have experienced the VCR. Or that you would have even... Because let me think, if you're over a And Coach Donato, interesting. Coach Donato says it was Conor McGregor that got him interested again. That is interesting. You see, so you know what? The UFC knows what they're doing. You know, us hardcore fans, we think we know what the public wants, but we can't tell anymore because we're so into the sport that, you know, yeah, Conor McGregor is exciting, but we like some stuff that, you know, might not get a Coach Donato to watch the sport. For example, I'm super excited by Jan Blachowicz versus Israel Adesanya, right? But you're not gonna the swagger. Yes. Conor McGregor, that swagger brings it in, but you can't promote that to a guy that's not into the sport and expect him to get excited over that fight. They just don't. It's just not there. Conor McGregor has broken into the mainstream and gets the general public excited for UFC fights. So his behavior to me was disgusting. You know, I didn't like. I don't like the WWE stuff. I don't like him throwing. You know, it was a long time ago, but still, the fact that he did it. You know, punching old men. Throwing stuff through a bus window. I'm not with it. I'm no angel, but I'm definitely not okay with that. I want my sport to be normal, like all the other professional sports. Rear Naked said, we had one kicking about my house. Hold on one second. Like, what the fuck? What the F? And I started watching films back on it. Wow, yeah, Blue Brothers. Yeah, no, that's crazy. Okay, so that makes sense. You had one laying around the house. Okay. I remember 10 years ago, I was trying to watch a tape, and I couldn't find a VCR. And luckily, I had a neighbor that had one. For whatever reason, he had a VCR still, and he's like, here, you let me use it, and it was awful. It was an awful viewing experience. It was truly awful. Did I just see Critical Sandman, the OG? Old people taking over. That's right. Critical Sandman is the first person to remind you that you're old, that I'm old. Well, that's okay, Critical Sandman. You'll be right here. Rear Naked MMA. I might give him the secret sauce to youth forever, but I'm gonna let you age. And what am I talking about? I have no idea. Right now, we're fighting this guy. You'll be happy to know Critical Sandman is a top 100 fighter for sure. He and I are having a battle. Oh my God. And I don't know if you've noticed, but I forgot to turn on the... Oh no! Oh my God, please no. I forgot to turn on the stamina bars for this entire fight. I've been flying blind. Oh, Critical Sandman. Critical Sandman asks, where did the HUD go? I did in case you haven't seen, I did a Fizzy Boy MMA. What's up? Welcome to the stream, my man. I'm glad to have you here. Glad to have everybody here. I'm very happy to see you. Thank you for joining us. I don't know who won this fight, but I don't know. Critical Sandman, you weren't here for me to say this, but yesterday's stream, and I'll say it very quick. Yes! Woo! It's a wrap. Yesterday's stream was the most fun I had. Absolutely doing this. I thought the games were fun. I thought having people enjoy me watching the games is what was fun. But the conversations that we had, the the learning about everybody was way more fun. And I went to another level of streaming fandom from yesterday's interaction. So thank you to you all. We just won a huge fight. Absolutely huge fight we won. I was talking too darn much throughout that whole thing to even know what happened. Wow, 49-46'd him. The wife just stepped out. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at where we're at. Okay, we jumped significantly. Not all the way where I would have wanted to be. We're almost there, though. We are so close. Swiss Liebacks. I know that guy. There he is. And he was higher than that. We just beat number 60 in the world, folks. We just beat number 60 in the world. Fizzy MMA says, how do you know you've won the decision before the announcement? It might be my internet being slow. No, it's not your internet being slow. Fizzy, great question. It's because I do not have a life and I've played UFC games way too much. And here's why. There are specific animations that will show based on, even in a split decision. For example, if it's a split decision and your guy's hands are down, in the very beginning, that first shot you see him, if his hands are down, you won. If there's another animation where they'll stick, both guys will have their arms up in the air. The guy that is just holding his arm stoically up in the air and the other guy's kind of bouncing his elbow as he points his finger up in the air, that guy bouncing his elbow, he won the split decision. That's the type of nuance I understand about this game that I should not. I'm thankful that my wife tolerates me. And I'm glad that we're still here. But boy, I am very happy to have everybody in here. Let's get another fight in. Oh, man. Where can we watch your pro fight? I don't have a pro fight. Did somebody say they have a pro fight? True, that's brilliant, Coach. Veteran of the game. Yes, I found somebody that can appreciate someone that spent far too much time playing video games. Coach Donato, what do you mean by where can we watch your pro fight? Oh, maybe it was because I interrupted myself as I was saying I have a fight this weekend. I'm in a league called MMA Gaming, which you can watch the fight on this channel. I streamed the last one. You can find it in one of the uploads. I put it up there. I think, Donato, I thought you were in that stream, but you can watch it this Friday. I'll be fighting, let's see, I think his name is Raymundo. Yeah, Raymundo MMA. He's 2-0 in this league. I'm 1-0, so somebody's O has got to go, and it's this Friday at 7 Pacific Standard Time. I'm ready. One thing I'd always recommend, if you guys aren't used to it, make sure you do not accept fights with people with high pings. You don't want to have that luck. If you can always back out of a fight if the ping is higher than 115. Rear Naked says, one that debuted as well was a good fight. Thank you, Rear Naked. You were there for sure, and it was a good fight. How many players are in the league? I don't know. There were quite a few. I would say there are over 30, for example, over 30 or 40. I mean, there are filled out divisions. So they have bantamweight, lightweight, heavyweight. They have people in each one of the divisions, and there's a pretty decent group of people. It is nowhere near. I don't know how big the ESFL is, but I know it's not on the same page as the ESFL. Or there's even another league I've seen out there recently. It's not as big as either of those two. There's the ESFL and one that's just smaller than that. But I'm just getting started. I figure I'll start there, maybe kind of promote the team with them and kind of make it, make it somewhere. The last time we won a fight, they actually promoted the channel, so it was pretty cool. Yeah, man, I liked it. Critical Salmon, you tried joining. What happened when you tried to join? And you said you should try for competitions, coach. Rear naked, I just feel like I get killed. I mean, I'm confident. I'm confident that I think I can hang with a lot of these guys, but yeah, you know what? I should just throw myself in there and stop doubting myself. Critical Salmon, you know what? I will, I don't have any relation. I have just as much relationship as you have with them, but I will definitely send a message. I'll send a message to the guy that sends me the fights to say, hey, let you in. Because you'll go in there and just become a champion, I'm sure. As you can see, I'm an idiot and I didn't turn on our stamina bars. Honestly, I like how the game looks without stamina bars. I like how clean it is. I wish if you got to a certain division, this was what everybody had. But the devs... because in UFC 3, I proposed this to one of the devs, who I was able to actually, he was pretty responsive to me on Twitter, and he said they would never, at least in that game, remove all of the stamina bars or all the indicators because the animations don't tell you enough about the status of your fighter. So you can't tell how damaged your own head is. You can't tell how badly injured your leg is really, especially in UFC 3. And it'd be nice if they could add some animations, like if you've got a lot of head damage, or kind of shaking your head a little bit, or kind of trying to clear the cobwebs, or you're wiping blood from over your eye, that type of thing, so that it allows us to not use stamina bars. Because I think for immersion, it's just so much better. I mean, even the grapple meter, it'd be nice to get rid of that. Give us oh, by the way, I love the new UFC angles. Did anybody see the new camera, like the super high-speed camera they're using, and the focus on the foreground and making the background fuzzy or whatever? It is beautiful. At first it was kind of weird, and I still think they have to smooth out some angles, but it was so much. I love it. I love the change. I know some. When you're comfortable, Rear Naked says, when you're comfortable with respect to those competitions, you would do very well. Watch some of the top guys in the competitions and try to study their patterns and movements and how they play, because you're a very tactical player. Yeah, I appreciate you saying that, man. I will. I am going to take you up on that and look into the other leagues and not like kind of try to... I was going to try to take my time with just one league at a time, but to your point, I might as well just try to learn from the big dogs. Get my butt whooped a few times, study them, and kind of grow. And it will help the channel too. I'll be able to offer better information to more people, demonstrate higher level skills. Now here, Fizzy Boy MMA said that he really likes the new camera angles. That's great. And then Coach Donato points out that it's almost 3D, and it was. That's what I liked about it. It was almost a 3D kind of vibe. And I just fortunately bought a really nice TV. It looks so sharp. It looked great. And so I was loving it. I hope we get a game up. I hope the PlayStation 5 UFC update, we get some camera angles in here. I mean, that would be... I know it's not necessary, but man, I loved it. I love the way that looked. It gave you the more of a feeling of being in the cage, for sure. One thing I want them to work out, too, is a way to get a view... Like sometimes they have an angle where you're looking through the cage, the fencing. I wish there was a way to not have the fencing obscure your view. I guess I'm asking for a lot. Oh my god. Donato says, Coach, you're one of the big you are one of the big dogs. Well, I appreciate you saying that, man. I'm trying out here. I just know that there's, you know, when you fight some of these killers, it's just like, man, I got to get to that level. But the only way to get up there is to fight up there, to Rear Naked's point. This guy is very good. Oh my gosh, I should not fall for that. I definitely need my stamina bars. Jeff Horror is right. Woo! Had to take this to the ground. I'm sure Critical Sandman was thinking, take him down! Oh, man. Critical Sandman says, don't be too nice. You have, he says, Coach, you have me for the sour... It's the sour truth, yeah. Yes, I do have you there for that. I have you there to check. But Coach Donato, to your point, yeah, find your weakness and kill it. That's the hard part. I mean, that's what you have to do. You have to lean into it. It's like, so for example, Critical Sandman can just almost at will, not almost, he can at will take me down, get me in the seated, you know, position, and he's just attempting to choke me. I mean, that's at will. And when he chooses to bring the fight down there, you know, in order, I need to work on that, but I'm not put in that position a lot, and I haven't been using, you know what, I'm just kind of making an excuse here. I should just use the practice thing like we were discussing yesterday and get myself uncomfortable. So, let me stop talking and agree with you. Yes, I need to find those weaknesses and kill it. Can you believe I've been fighting without this HUD the entire time? I can't even believe it. This guy's name is Dirty Torta. DC is out to get his revenge. I'm glad you noticed that. Rear Naked. Critical Sandman says it's working. Yes, his checking me and ensuring I don't get too much positive feedback is working. Oh no! I thought he was gonna do a front kick on me when I was coming in. Yeah, Critical Sandman says, Coach, I need to join a camp. And I agree with you, actually. I think the best way to be is the best thing to get is practice with other people. For sure. And I haven't seen one, or I don't know if, I haven't been asked to join anybody's camp. I would definitely consider it. I definitely was into camps and fighting with people back in the THQ days, the UFC THQ games. I was all about that. In fact, they used to have a league called the UOC. I think it was Ultimate Online Championships, and that was the biggest league at the time. There you go, Donato. Start a camp. That's a hell of an idea, Donato. But Rear Naked said, am I on PS5? Yeah, I'm on PS5, Rear Naked. I got super lucky. I'm able to work from home. And so I basically listened to Spiel times SPIEL times and just listened to when they were announcing like drops were happening, and I got this PlayStation Digital directly from PlayStation. And as you can see, Critical Sandman says I need to get better, face some better people, Coach Donato. So the camp idea might have just been squashed by ours truly, Critical Sandman. And I agree, I do need to get better, but there's nothing wrong with starting a camp and asking people to join. But the problem with that is it touches on Critical Sandman's, I think his point is you don't want to be the best fighter in your camp. It's the last thing you want to be, is the best guy anywhere. Is Rear Naked says, is UFC 4 and PS5 compatible with PS4? Yeah, absolutely. 100%. I'm playing with people on PS4 all the time. In fact, on PS5, you can see who's using a PS. They put like a little, basically a logo that looks like a PS5 next to your name. And if I'm interacting with people that have PS4s, you can see they have like a PS4 logo next to theirs. It's like Call of Duty Modern Warfare Online, those little logos where you can see if somebody's on Xbox, on the PC.
You ready? You ready?
I don't know who's winning this fight because, like I said yesterday, I find you guys are far more I love the game, man, but you guys are far more interesting. Okay, so sweet. So I could play with you guys when you get PS4 because you're on, or UFC 4 because you're on PS4. Absolutely. You're 100% can play with us. You will play with us, in fact, dude. I will, I would love to. I would love to get in that. And Donato, I wish you would get involved too, man. It'd be a hell of a thing to get us all in here. But Rear Naked, do you have a PS4 or a PS4 Pro? It's a wrap! Whoa! And you want to fight and train, not have to recruit talent. Yeah, that's true. You do want to fight and train, not have to recruit talent, but Donato, imagine when you do recruit that talent and you do build your camp. Like, somebody does start a camp. People do take that initiative that you're talking about, and they go out there and do it. Okay, so you have PS4. And my point, let me finish my thought with Coach Donato here, is that if you... That feeling of watching your camp grow and become successful and helping other people get better, I would love that. I would absolutely love that. DC gets his revenge. That's a nice finish per usual, Coach. I appreciate it. Now we just need the mean comment from Critical Salmon. I appreciate you help. Thanks, Fizzy. Yeah, I needed to definitely turn that one around. Maybe me turning on my stamina bar was what made the difference. So, and wow, I got all four people, it's a crowded room in here. I can't see all the heads, but I want to say thank you for all 4 out of 4 people that liked the stream. You'd have to be a high level player to help people. And that is an honest and very true point. And so I definitely need to get myself to a point of getting, a higher level. I have to increase my skill, and then I will be in a better position to help other people. And Critical Salmon also says, until you get to that point, it's a waste of time. Yeah. If I'm not at that point, it would be a waste of time. But as you're building, as you're getting there, I don't know. I'm open to it. I see what you're saying, Critical Salmon. I appreciate where you're coming from. And I think 50%, 51% of me thinks that you're right. But I don't think you say no ass kissing here. I don't think anybody's kissing ass. I think that there's a positivity. Like, it's possible to go out there and start your own camp and your own stream, or your own, camp, and build it up and maybe pull people. You don't have to just get people that are worse than you. You can pull people, maybe other good players don't have a camp. Let me see here real quick. Where are we in the U.S.? We'll get another fight in. I want to know where we are in North America. 60. Rear Naked has a question. He says, quick question for everyone, if okay. Do you guys watch Bellator as well as the UFC regularly? Because I'm writing an article on Bellator at the moment for my website, and I was curious if people who actually watch the UFC watched Bellator as well. Wow, I do. Coach, Coach Donato's. Yo, Coach Donato's comments catch me off guard, dude. Yeah, he says Coach Donato compared me opening a camp to a brown belt opening a dojo. I'm opening a dojo now because of this comment. It's going to be called the Brown Belt Dojo, where you can the highest level belt I offer is a brown belt. You can't get a black belt here. But Fizzy Boy says in response to Naked asking if everybody watches Bellator, he says sometimes, but really just watch the highlights. And I'm with Fizzy on that. I am with Fizzy on that 100%. Like, I watch Bellator, and if Bellator would put on, like, let's say Michael Venom Page is fighting Douglas Lima, Rory McDonald's not there anymore, but I don't know, Ryan Bader, any of the big names, I'm going to watch Bellator if those big names are on, but I'm not watching the prelims, and I'm probably not watching the cards before that. Oh, no, Donato, I didn't take it personally. I thought it was hilarious. That was freaking hilarious. Even if I can take the flames. But I know you weren't talking about me, but that was hilarious. But I honestly, I don't watch any other organization. I don't watch the one that has a tournament for $1 million at the end. I don't watch any other league outside of highlights for them, but I will sit down if there's a huge headline, Machida's fighting, some of these old guys that I'm familiar with, I'll sit down and watch the whole thing. If it's a big enough card. Now, I thought by now Scott Coker would be able to kind of do more with Bellator, because I don't know if anybody remembers Strikeforce, but in its last year, Strikeforce was better, in my opinion. The last year, Strikeforce was better than the UFC. They had consistently a better product, because the UFC was in a slump. Conor wasn't there yet. I mean, you had Nick Diaz, you had Strikeforce was OG. So Elite, it says Donato said that it's not promoted as much. Yeah, Bellator isn't promoted as much at all. And I'm not sure. I think you can only watch Bellator fights on DAZN, which is crazy. That's a pretty obscure app. Unless they, I think I saw a deal with Showtime go on too, so I don't even know where you watch it. We're fighting another John Jones. That's what part of your article is about, Donato, and Rear Naked MMA that says that the promotion is part of what his article is about, and trying to raise exposure and points of improvement. That's awesome. How many? Do you have any other articles that you've written, Rear Naked MMA? And is that what you want to do in the future? Are you, I got so many, are you an English major? Oh, you're in the UK. That maybe, I don't know if you're, I don't know, that's an interesting question. I don't know if you can go to college and major in English in England. Oh. I didn't see this guy's rank in the beginning of this fight. You know what's crazy fighting these ranked fights, championship fights, is you get used to fighting at a 5-round pace. And I noticed I struggled in three round fights because, you know, that first round in a 5-round fight, you almost want to take it off. You almost want to take it easy, or the third round. Maybe you want to gas it in the first, do some damage and whatever, but you want to take a round off. You don't have a round to take off in a 3-round fight. And so that changes the cadence. Rear Naked says, or Donato says, Dana won't tolerate the competition. Rear Naked says, I only just decided to do it recently, so I have like 3 out of 4 Bellator articles ready and 1 out of 2 UFC ones, but my website is not quite ready to go, so I can't publish them yet. I cover the UFC and Bellator. Let me tell you something. As soon, nope, no degree or anything, just me, my weird takes. No, that's awesome. You don't need that stuff to be successful. Especially you have a unique take that people find engaging and interesting, and as soon as you have that stuff ready, dude, I will support you 100%. I will link to your website, whatever you need, however you have a promotional partner out here. He said, I will force him to oh, my God. So this guy is just taking pictures. He's setting up shots and just throwing them clean. Oh! Jesus. Oh. Oh my goodness. I know this guy's getting irritated with me, but I feel like he's too crisp right now. His stand-up is too tight for me to risk not trying to wear him down. Oh man, Rear Naked, I know Critical doesn't like all this niceness going around, but I mean every word. I say thank you very much, everybody. I'm very glad to be doing this right now. I even thank my wife for encouraging me to get out here and do this, because in terms of my gaming life, which is, I've been gaming since a young boy. Little Golden Zelda cartridge was my first, was the curse my father put on my brain. This even has me, Donato says, this has got me interested in a fight-at-home machine. Yes. Yes. That's the new name. EA, fight-at-home machine. And we just made Donato throw up with all the positivity. Or Coach Sandman throw up with all the positivity. He's water damaged his phone, or whatever device he's joining us from, via vomit on it, from all the sweetness in here. Dude. Say it! Say it! Say it! Donato, I don't think you understand. I'm looking you in the eyes. You and I are on the same wavelength. I understood with those 4 exclamation points past the Sega. I heard how you wrote that message. And my wife just reminded me, Critical Sandman, thanks to you, shout out. And by the way, Critical Sandman, you're the man, by the way. You are the man. Thank you, Fizzy Bone. Yeah, I tried to. At least we got the finish with that ground and pound for sure. But my wife actually got me set up with the Coach Heavy Hands Discord has been set up. You should be able to, I think you can just search Coach Heavy Hands, and I put in, oh, Tej, Tennant, what's up? This is the guy I just fought. I'm Marquise Wynn. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. My guy, thanks for popping in the stream, dude. That's really cool of you to say that. I really appreciate that. Feel free to subscribe, like, join. We just talking normal, man. We're just having fun in here, chilling, relaxing. We're growing a community. Everybody's cool. You put up a good fight, man. It was tough. Just throw the link in the chat. Okay, I'll try to get my wife to do. We go way back like orthopedic Rockports. Yeah. Yeah, man, for sure. That's crazy that Marquise Wynn came in here and showed out. That's pretty funny. Okay, let's see where we're at. Appreciate the compliment from Marquise. Look at where we're at, guys. 132nd in the world. We are 132nd in the world right now. I mean, bagad. He said, what up, Taj? We need translation at this point. What do you mean we need translation at this point? Oh, got you. Let's do another fight. I think we're ready for another fight. Let's do another fight. I feel like I'm on a hot streak right now. I'm loving it. We've got 4 defenses. I'm not on a hot streak. We are on a hot streak. We've got 4 title defenses so far. For the first time ever, we had a guy that we just fought hop into the stream and say what's up. And that was pretty crazy. Hit an insane at 1.5 people in the stream. Okay, here we go. Going up against Glover Teixeira. How many fights, Donato? Coach Donato, how many fights do you... Oh, you don't have it. You just have PS4. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm like all over the place here. Rear Naked MMA. Yeah, Taj, your stand-up is excellent. I don't think he's in here anymore, but Taj, your stand-up is good. If you're still in here, you should be commended for your stand-up. But the one thing I wanted to say is if you guys have PS4s, base PS4s, not PS4 Pros, understand that you're at a little bit of a disadvantage because they have like a frame rate kind of enhancer, so to speak. It gives you the impression that you're playing with a higher frame rate on the PS4 Pro. You're not actually, they say, but it looks much better and it does help you react to what you're seeing on screen, even though they'll tell you it doesn't. When I say they, EA, there is a difference when you're playing on a base PS4 versus PS4 Pro, and obviously the PS5.
Ready. You ready to fight?
I think it's actually on the PS4 Pro, if I remember, which I still have my PS4 Pro, it's super sampling. Oh, Taj just said it. Taj Tennant, who we just fought, said he's still here. Thank you for being here. He said, yeah, your frame rate is locked at 30 frames on the base model. And to get a computer monitor, that helps too. Yeah, I've heard that. So, I've heard that the computer model is like almost very little latency. And that will help you blocking transitions and your striking will feel much crisper. I actually bought a LG OLED BX, which has, it's a TV, it's a 65-inch TV, very like kind of thin. The image is pretty clear, but the latency is very low, and it has the 2.4 gigahertz, I think that is the input for the HDMI 2.1 HDMI input, which is needed for the 120 frames per second that you can get on like an Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5. And that is a huge help. The TV, the reaction, it feels smooth compared to my old TV. I was rocking a plasma from 10 years ago. Panasonic plasma. When I bought it, it was very expensive. But when they go on sale like next year, I would recommend an OLED TV to everybody. I mean, it really is amazing what they've done. But I wouldn't buy them right now because they're just stupid expensive. I got mine during Black Friday. But if you got money to burn, do it. I feel like we fought Mac Moan before. I feel like I've seen his name somewhere. He's not in the top 100 because I saw his points weren't very high, but he's got great control. He's very accurate with his striking. He's not as good of a striker as Taj, but it's pretty darn good. Oh my God, no! And with that, he steals the round. We're in a fight, folks. Oh my God. Donato asks, Coach Donato asks, now is a PS5 legit worth retail? So, once again, good question. And in my opinion, which is all I can give you, is it's worth the $400 for the digital. I've had no buyer's remorse whatsoever. No cognitive dissonance. I haven't experienced anything. I love my PS4, but for you to pay and even $200 more for it than the market value, the store retail value, it's insane. There are not that many games out for it. It's not worth paying way too much money for right now. The retail price is fair. I think it's worth it. Especially, here's the key. If you haven't played a lot like me, I play UFC games and I don't play a lot of I don't play Star Wars that often or those types of games. I didn't play almost any of the big games on PS5. And so now on PS4, excuse me. Now I have the PS5. All these games are enhanced. And for example, I played The Last of Us 2, and it was beautiful. It's amazing. It's a true The Last of Us 2 is just a masterpiece. What other games do you guys play on console? That's what MMA Rear Naked MMA is asking. Is what other games do you guys play? I'm actually interested in that too, because part of me is actually thinking about, just putting up different games, walking through a, single player. The wife has green lighted me if you can find one. Hell yeah, that's it, Donato. Excellent. Get it, man. You won't regret it, especially if money's tight, don't buy it. If it's like a budget, if you're really tight for money and you're sacrificing something else for it, it won't be worth it. But if you can afford it, absolutely worth it. You will not regret it. But other games that I play, I played a little Mortal Kombat recently. Days Gone, I played that. But outside of UFC, I really don't play that much. I'm interested to see what else you guys played. Call of Duty I've played. But my main thing, Rainbow Six Siege. Now that's hardcore. My boy, Fizzy Boy MMA says he plays Rainbow Six Siege. Donato says he plays Cities, Skylines, World of Warships, and Skyrim. World of Warships, Skyrim. I've never heard of Cities, Skylines, or World of Warships. I've definitely heard of Skyrim. And I played Skyrim on the Xbox. Hell of a game, but it's just, I never beat it. It was too much for me. It was too long, but now that I think I'm older, you know, I will play that game again. It was really well done. I never disliked it. But people go real hardcore with those games. Rainbow Six Siege is amazing. Rear Naked says he is obsessed with Ghost Recon Wildlife at the moment. Siege is great and Skyline is sick. Great shout, Donato. Yeah, those are some. I don't know the Skyline game or whatever, but Skyrim is a classic. Ghost Recon Wildlife. I purchased these. I purchased it. I think they gave it away for free, or I bought it and I played it a long time ago on PlayStation 4. But I still haven't. It's not my favorite game. My friend though is really good at Rainbow Six Siege, and I am blown away with how great that game is. Pretty old, and it still holds up. Witcher 3 is great. Oh, Donato, you will, man. Donato says he wants to get better at this, and Fizzy Boy says Witcher 3 is great. Witcher 3 is a masterpiece, hands down. That's why you got to give CD Projekt Red. You got to give them some time with this recent. I don't care about that game, the Cyberpunk 2077. It's just not my game. But when a company comes out with The Witcher 3, if I remember, and it's not even remember, I looked it up, there were issues with The Witcher 3 when it first came out. There were glitches and all sorts of problems. Dude, those guys, I played The Witcher 3, my boy was like, dude, you gotta check this. I played it, it was just amazing. That game is truly beautiful for the time that it came out. And I'm sure that same company, they'll do the same with this project, Cyberpunk 2077. They just need more time. If our country wasn't so driven by quarterly financial releases, you would never see these games coming out halfway broken and partially completed. They needed to hit a number, hit a certain revenue target for that quarter. They released it, and that's the only reason why that game came out in December. Let's see, and that's my guess, of course. Nobody told me that. Skylines. You guys are gonna make me Skylines. Your lady, Donato says his lady is hooked on Skylines. I have no idea what that is, and I will look it up in between this round. This is our final fight of the night. I don't know who's winning because I'm too engaged in the chat. I'm glad this is 5 rounds. Oh no, man, I appreciate you, dude. It's awesome. It's awesome because you guys are here for real. And Critical Sandman says, and you are married to a gamer. That's goals, man. Yeah, that's interesting, Donato. So, Donato, did you put that in the profile? And thank you, Donato, for the community's good. You're here. It's wonderful because of everybody. Did you meet was that part of your requirement? When you found her online, did you say, I want a lady that can play games? Or did you just so happen to find a person that plays video games? Or does she play because of you? Oh, that's right. Hold on, let me get the Discord link. Hold on one sec. All right, I just found out that she did. My wife set it up and sent me the link. So as soon as I get done with this, I couldn't do whatever I said I was just about to do in between these rounds because I distracted myself by asking her about the Discord. And Donato, I'm super interested to hear or the third option is you search for a woman that played games. She started two options, or she started playing games after she met you. You introduced her to them. Or the third one actually would be she just randomly played games. Woo! Oh no. Okay, I'm eating too many shots right now. Ah, I thought I was gonna drop him. That's straight. When you plant the feet, you're not moving. Obviously, most people know you plant your feet, you get that power on your strikes. You plant your feet and someone's trying to kick you in the body too close out of kicking range, or too close, just basically out of their optimal kicking range. That straight lands. Pop. Donato says, I've started looking forward to this daily. She used to game way back. Detailing cities makes her happy. It's all cute. Well, thank you, Donato. That's awesome, man. Yeah, I look forward to streaming this every day for sure. And sometimes during the day, I'm like, man, I need to get my feelings hurt by somebody. I need to start streaming. I need to get Critical Sandman in here, and I'm just messing with you, Critical. Well, we're gonna get that Discord link here. That, by the way, that was an excellent idea once again by Critical Sandman to even get a Discord channel started. Yeah, that's good. Glad to know. So here we go. I feel like I lost this round. What's been happening? I lost that round. If she likes a game, she plays more than me. Yeah, well. So I had 3 rocks that round. That's interesting. No, my wife used to play games when she was younger, she said, but she doesn't play video games now. Let's see here. All right. Final round. Oh no. That was an ugly takedown attempt. Way too far out. Woo! This guy's defense is really good. Coach Donato says, "Keep Mama happy" is my idea. That means you're a smart man, and that's just part of you. People always say happy wife, happy life, but you also have to admit that at least if you're in a healthy relationship, your lady's also trying to ensure that you're happy as well. I know my wife does. You know, she cares about if I'm happy. I definitely care if she's happy. So it's a two-way street. But you're right. Yeah, if making sure you're trying to make sure your partner is happy with at least most. Try to is a smart way to go. It's not always going to happen. Oh, no. Yeah, that's good, man. That's great. Coach Donato says his lady treats him awesome. That's what you want. And that's what Critical Sandman has to look forward to next year. Going from bachelor to husband. And then will come the children. Oh, no. Please, no. Oh! No! Oh my god, I lost that fight, I'm pretty sure. Oh my god, it was a split. I won. Oh my god.
Go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Judge 1 scores this contest 48-47 Cormier. Judge 2 scores it
I don't
48-47 Teixeira. And Judge 3 scores
I don't know.
it 48-47 for the winner by split decision.
Yes.
Daniel D.
Woo! It's a wrap. I'm gonna steal one from my brother. If you smile, what the coach? Oh my god. I cannot believe. That was close, yeah. He rear naked, that was unreal how close that was. He was winning the fight. He outthrew me by 50, almost 50 strikes. He outthrew me by almost 50 strikes. That was crazy. He threw almost 50 strikes more. Only landed 11 more than I did. But he knocked me down once. Dude, this is crazy. Let me get the Discord link. Really quickly here. Oh, we got to see where we're at. We got 5 title defenses. We are 123rd in the world, folks. The next stream, if we have a successful next stream, we're going to be right back where we belong, and that's in the top 100. It took 2 streams to lose the top 100, and it's going to, oh no, it took 1 stream to lose the top 100. It's going to take 3 for us to claw our way back into it. But we're doing it. We never gave up. Let me see here really quickly. Let me see. The link that my wife sent me was an email verification link and not the link to the Discord. Let me see here. Okay, I'll tell you this. I'll tell you what, because I am Coach Okay. Okay, so you know what? I'm going to get this worked out with my wife on tomorrow's stream. Critical Sam, I'm going to let you down because we're not going to, I'm going to wait till tomorrow. I'll have the link ready to go tomorrow. We will release I will send out the information needed to join our Discord so everybody can stay connected, chat, talk. We can build the team that way. We will go live tomorrow with the Discord. I don't want to hold everybody on the thing here while I figure this stuff out. I appreciate you being here. Thank you to Rear Naked MMA, Critical Sandman, Coach Donato, of course, and that's at Rear Naked MMA on Twitter. Coach Donato, we have Fizzy Boy MMA 69. Thank you so much, and everybody else. Taj, thank you for joining. Please stay safe, and until tomorrow night, I will catch you on the flip side. Peace. I'm out.